They're gonna have to get the take his mic off of mute. Mr. Garrett, have them to get
She's got it.
okay.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
I
Okay.
thought you were gonna say get somebody to turn the heat on in here, Judge. It's about
Yeah.
40 degrees. Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay, Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. Court is in session and calls number 331974. Case is filed the state of Texas versus Derek K. Garrett. Mr. Garrett, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garrett, you can look to your right. That's where the camera is.
Yes, sir. I'm just cold. I apologize.
No. I'm saying you could just turn your head to the right. Okay, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Garrett, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garrett, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Garrett?
I'm doing fine, sir. You are?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Garrett, you're here represented by your attorney, Nathan Reynolds, Attorney Reynolds. Do you waive a record in Mr. Garrett's case?
So wait, Judge.
Mr. Garrett, I have before me a motion to revoke your probation. This motion was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. This motion alleges that you, Derek K. Garrett, was tried on May 19 of 2022 for the offense of burglary of a vehicle, and you were found guilty and assessed punishment. And your punishment was assessed at 180 days confinement in the Jefferson County Jail and a fine of $750. The confinement was probated for a period of 1 year. In this motion, Mr. Garrett, there are 4 allegations. State, are you abandoning allegation number 1?
We are, Your Honor.
Mr. Garrett, the state is abandoning allegation number 1, and what that means is that the state will only be proceeding on allegations 2, 3, and 4.
Yes,
Allegation 2 alleges that you failed to perform the community service hours required as ordered by the court in violation of condition 14 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
That's true, sir.
Allegation number 3 alleges that you, Derek K. Garrett, has failed to attend the moral recognition therapy, which is, the acronym is MRT, as ordered by the court in violation of condition 16 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
That's true, sir.
Allegation number 4 alleges that you failed to perform the additional community service hours as ordered by the court in violation of condition 18 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
It's also true, sir.
Mr. Garrett, are you pleading true to allegations 2, 3, and 4 freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading true because they are true?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garrett, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Mr. Garrett, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir. I'm pretty sure.
And on page 2 of the same document, Mr. Garrett, there are a set of initials. The initials are DG. They are on a line next to a box that is checked MTRP, which means motion to revoke probation, true to allegations 2, 3, and 4. Mr. Garrett, did you
Yes, sir.
Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir. That's my initials.
And on page 3 of the same document, Mr. Garrett, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Mr. Garrett, is this your signature?
Yes, sir. That's mine.
And the next document that I have, Mr. Garrett, is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. Mr. Garrett, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir. I recognize that document.
Is this your signature on the line that is titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on a minute. The battery is low. And Mr. Garrett, there are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Garrett, before you signed and initialed these documents that I've just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that he went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Garrett, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer States 1?
Yes, Your Honor. State offer states 1.
Any objections?
No objections, Judge.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Garrett, well, excuse me, Mr. Reynolds, you've advised and counseled Mr. Garrett. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None to my knowledge, Judge.
And Mr. Garrett, your attorney, Mr. Reynolds, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir, indeed.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir. I believe so.
Mr. Garrett, I will accept your plea of the allegations 2, 3, and 4. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your
Yes,
Honor.
sir.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, in exchange for defendant's plea of true to allegations 2, 3, and 4, the state is recommending that the court revoke defendant's probation, reform the judgment, and sentence the defendant to 78 days confinement in the Jefferson County Jail. Your Honor, we're asking that the court give defendant credit for the 78 days he has already spent in jail, making this a time-served plea agreement, Your Honor. And lastly, we're asking that the court use the time served to both tax and retire the court costs.
Okay, Mr. Garrett, the state is offering that you serve 78 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail because you've already served 78 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case is $57, but you will not be required to pay the $57 court cost because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court cost will be taxed and retired. Mr. Garrett, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir, I do.
Mr. Garrett,
Yes, sir.
I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Garrett, this will conclude your case. Your probation is revoked. If you do not have anything else holding you in jail today, you will be getting out. Please knock on the door.
Today?
Yes, you should
All
be
right.
getting out today. And please knock on the door and have a blessed day.
Yes, sir, you too.
And Mr. Reynolds, this is your last case. You're free to go. You have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Johnson, you have a blessed day as well. And then when we get the paperwork from Mr. Porter, we just come down and sign it. And Mr. Porter, you have a blessed day as well.